Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. So today the Egypt Station Explorers Edition by Paul McCartney has come out. I've just received my CD through the post. Let's get this opened up and see what's in there. So it's the 17th of May today, release day, and here it is. So Paul McCartney, Egypt Station Explorers Edition. Let's get you a close-up there of that sticker if we can. See if it'll do that. There you go. Paul McCartney Explorers Edition, featuring Egypt Station plus 6 bonus studio recordings and 4 live performances. We're going to talk through in a moment what those are. You can see the cover there. If you want to see a comparison between this cover and the original Egypt Station, there you go. So it's the same kind of artwork, or it's the same picture really, but a nighttime scene. I really like the artwork for this. It's very, very nice. Let's turn this over. Let's see what's on here. So yeah, disc 1 is Egypt Station as we know it already, no difference there. But this has got a second disc on it with 10 bonus tracks. Get you a good close-up there, and we're going to talk through these in a moment. First of all, I'm going to take this shrink wrap off so that we can get a slightly better view of what's inside. Okay, so here we go. This opens out. I've not seen inside this yet, so let's see what we've got. We've got an expanded version of the picture there. Okay, there's no real text at all in there. It just says McCartney, Paul McCartney at the top there, and then you've got that sort of artwork from the album. So that's nice. That looks very nice indeed. Before I show you the disc, let's just talk about what's on here. So disc 2 is the one to focus on because that's the kind of the new stuff. So first of all, we've got Get Started and Nothing for Free. So they're the 2 songs that are actually on this edition as the bonus tracks on there. You maybe see on the original edition. Got a close-up of that. You can see right at the end there, Get Started and Nothing for Free. So they're on here as well. And then 2 brand new songs which are exclusive to this and the big Suitcase Travelers edition that came out a week ago, which I haven't got. And that's Frank Sinatra's Party and 62nd Street. 62nd Street. So I've been listening to those on Spotify because, just in case you're not aware, they are available on streaming services today. Well, the whole of the Explorers edition is. Of the 2, I certainly like Frank Sinatra's Party the most. I think that's the one. I'm not a big one for doing my own playlists of albums, you know, like making my own sequence and bringing in B-sides and getting rid of songs I don't like. I don't tend to get involved in that. But I think Frank Sinatra's Party, I think, is one that would have been definitely worthy of being on Egypt Station had they found a place to slot it in there. I certainly prefer it to 62nd Street. But Frank Sinatra's Party is a good song. It's the lyrics are sort of evoking it plays to me as though it was maybe a 1970s kind of thing. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if he actually went to a Frank Sinatra's party, but the story is of him going to the party and the various famous people that he was there and hanging out with, and it's a good fun song. So they're both on here. Then there's Who Cares full length version. So again, I've been listening to that on Spotify today, and the difference really between Who Cares on here and Who Cares on the original Egypt Station album is you've got the normal song, and then at the end it goes off into a bit of a sort of a bluesy jam really for a couple of minutes, a mixture of acoustic guitar and various other things. The acoustic guitar reminded me of Heaven on a Sunday from Flaming Pie, you know, where he's sort of trading licks with James McCartney, Paul. I think it was Paul on acoustic and James on electric, was it on that one? I think. Well, it reminds me of that acoustic guitar anyway. Then there's Get Enough, which was the sort of surprise track that dropped around about New Year's Day, and I like that song more and more every time I hear it. I think there's a really lovely song underneath all that auto tune and the vocal effects and everything. I think it's a really gorgeous melody there, and I'm really starting to like that song a lot. So I'm glad to finally have a CD version of that, because I didn't actually get around to buying it. I've just been on YouTube whenever I wanted to hear it. And then, so that's the first 6 tracks. You've then got 4 live tracks on here. So Come On To Me, which is live from Abbey Road Studios from last summer when he was doing all his promotion for the album. So we've got one song from that. Whether we're going to get the full Abbey Road gig at some point in some format, who knows, but it seems a bit of a waste to have not really got much from that. Similarly with the next song, which is For You, live at the Cavern Club. You'll remember very close in time to when he did that Abbey Road gig, he also played at the Cavern in Liverpool. And again, we've not really seen much of it, so I'm hoping that there's going to be some kind of a release on that. If any of you have heard anything about whether this stuff's going to get released or not, let me know, because I think I'm a bit out of the loop there, really. But it'd be good to hear it and see it as well, because it was all filmed. Confidant, live at the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts, LIPA. Very, very sort of straightforward version, very similar to the album version here. This was when, I think it was it the day before or the day after he played at the Cavern, when he did a long interview with Jarvis Cocker of Pulp at LIPA, and then they did a gig afterwards, which was recorded. Again, are we going to see any more of that? Who knows? And then finally, Who Cares, which was live at Grand Central Station in New York. Wonderful setting. What setting that is for a gig. I imagine that must have caused some chaos to the people in New York. I've been to New York a couple of times, and yeah, if you plonk a big rock concert in the middle of that city, that's going to cause some havoc, I can imagine. But Who Cares from that gig is on here as well. So there's a bit of information about what's on the album. Let's have a look at the discs themselves. So disc 1, is this disc 1? Yeah, so that's just Egypt Station. That's just the same as, if you've got this Egypt Station on CD already, then you will be familiar with that. And then the second disc, which officially, let's call this, although this is the Explorers edition, the second disc is called Egypt Station 2 officially. Now I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to iTunes tagging of digital files. That's something I've not really talked about on this channel at all, but I am. So I've already been pondering over the last couple of weeks, how am I going to tag this album? Am I going to tag it as Explorers Edition, or am I going to tag it as Egypt Station 2? These things matter to me. They matter, and I still haven't decided. But I'm going to be ripping this disc tonight, and I'm going to have to make a final decision. So I'm going to have to get my thinking cap on there. I think probably I'll call it Egypt Station 2, and then in square brackets, Explorers Edition. Yes, full-on geek mode there. Anyway, excuse me for that. There is the second disc. There's Egypt Station 2, very similar to the first one, except just a different colour scheme. Okay, so that is the package. I just wanted to show you that in case you were A, thinking of buying it and wanted to know what it looked like. B, you've already bought it but you're waiting to arrive. C, you are not going to get it and you want to know what you're missing. Whichever one of those applies to you, you are very welcome. So there you go. This is Paul McCartney, Egypt Station, the Explorers Edition. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon. Bye bye.